Hey guys, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here to do a fashion merchandising portfolio inspired by Roxy Creations. I just want to say that I'm doing my own twist on this. I did take fashion merchandising and we did have to put together portfolios. I did some dress design work and I used to sew all my own clothes and things like that. And so did my mom and my grandmom. So anyway, it just inspired me to get out my patterns and just my fabrics and all kinds of stuff. So let's start out by just saying hello and welcome to my channel. And if you end up enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up and do like and subscribe. And then give me a comment below about what your favorite take on this is. And if you're going to even try it yourself, I don't know. So here goes. I want to go over what you're going to need for this project. And what I'm using is I went through some patterns and I pulled out a whole box of them. I'm not going to use them all, but I just thought we're going to try doing this. If you do have a box of patterns that you would like using, you're going to want to grab a pattern, an ink pen, and a pencil or a pencil. I have stamps, so here I have revised because a lot of times when you're making something, you put in revisions. This is a vintage stamp that I have, and I thought this would be cute to use. So any kind of stamps that you like to use. I also have some Distress Oxide paints in Shabby Shutters, Lost Shadow, and Vintage Photo in case you want to distress anything. I have some of this Cocoina glue stick. You don't have to use this one. I like putting fabric down with this one. I find that it holds really well. And also if I end up stitching, I won't gum up my needle. Now, I don't know about your sewing machine. That being said, it may be different than mine, but I haven't had an issue once this dries. Not when it's wet, but once it dries, I haven't had an issue sewing through it. Okay, the other thing I have is some, well, I'm not going to add tickets, but I do have like numbers in here and just different numbers that I have stamped out on fabric and on paper in case I want to add that. I also have some labels and I have some little offcuts of ledger in case I want to use some kind of label. These are just stamped on the edge of book paper. And then I have some for attaching. I have some rusty paper clips that I rusted myself. So in case I want to use those. And I also have some printouts that I did of my own things. I printed these out a while ago. It's some vintage wallpaper that I thought would be pretty to have as backgrounds, or if I want to write on the back side. And then I have some sheet music. I have some lovely ladies that I have printed off. There's some sheet music on the back side. This is a ledger that I had. So I printed on both sides. Some sheet music front, and I printed on the back. Ledger with some sheet music, a ledger, sheet music, and then different small sheet music things for, anyway, I printed these off so long ago, and I thought, you know what? Okay, we're in a pile, and I'm going to use them. So I have these. In case I want to use these. The other thing I printed off, in case you don't have any patterns available, you can get magazines. So fashion magazines work great. And this one actually is from 1947, and I did 2 to a page. So the original is very large, and I didn't want to use this because I want to cut them and put them on paper. But that's the size of them, and then I printed them out 2 to a page. So you can do that option. I do have a not an inkjet, but a laser printer. So isn't that gorgeous? Is that not just gorgeous for like a wedding? Okay, so if you don't have anything that you can make copies of, you can always go online, find someone who's got printables. I think even Roxy Creations has some printable. I know she's got tons of printables, but I think she's got some vintage ladies, I'm sure, in there that you could, purchase for a nominal fee and then use them yourself. I do have this sewing It is a fashion sewing book, and I'm going to use probably some of these pages to use as my backdrops, but aren't they fabulous? And they're in all different colors. So I've got like purple and, to use as backgrounds. I could tear these out. So book pages, that's another thing. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Look at that vest. Wow. So I'm going to use this book. I think I'm going to end up, I'll probably turn this into my portfolio. I've been wanting to do a sewing one. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. The pink and the orange. Oh, anyway, I've been wanting to do one because I did go into fashion merchandising. As I explained in one of my videos, I did take fashion merchandising. So let's see what else I've got. I've also pulled some background like scrapbook paper. This is Sunrise Sunset. It's A4 paper pad by Prima. For some neutral backgrounds. I had lace, so I thought if I needed some neutral backgrounds that this would be a good pad to pull if I didn't want to use my printables or anything like that. So I have that, or if I just want to add something to the background. Got that. These are my own printables that I was messing around with, so I pulled those out, made those collage printables. So I thought those would make. This one's called Printery. It is an A4 pack, also by Prima that I had, and these are just neutral backgrounds that I thought might work also for when I do the 1934, 37, whatever that year was. What was it? 1947 book. I thought they went more with this kind of look than, the retro style. So for retro style, I pulled a few things. When I go and do the 60s, 70s kind of look, because that's what I have, I pulled some fashion. I had some fashion magazines. So I did pull that from different eras. So I thought these, look at these, how mod. Oh my gosh, I love them. And then these girls. And then I've got these, which is like a whole thing, many faces of knits. And then I have a new, but they started putting in retro for like fashion dolls. So they have these retro dresses and things like that. So I thought these would be cute to add onto a page. So I did have that. This came out of a new Simplicity pattern catalog. Oh, I have some purple, because I needed some purple because I had found this. I'm also going to do a thing for interior decorating. So I do have some of these pulled from Sheets. And I've got this one. This actually is a set that I just purchased. It was new in the packet. And I washed it, and it just came out lovely. So I thought I would write about that. And this is the packaging that came with it. So I do have those in case I get to that to do an interior one. I have pulled all kinds of different items here. I've got like bigger pieces of swatches. This is all the retro stuff that I have pulled for like the more like 50s, 60s and on there. So I have some sheets, some retro prints, different sheet patterns, just for the colors and things like that. So I have lots of that in here. So I pulled that. For more of the 1920s look, which would be like this era, I pulled like a little bit older fabrics that I had, some lace, ticking, and then of course some Tim Holtz fabrics, because that's just reminds me of that era. And I have these ladies that I have printed out. So there's some, looks like Hertz, but I don't think that is. But anyway, so I do have those. Also, if I wanted to add in, I've got a bunch of Tim Holtz scraps. I've got some little bits and pieces. Here's some embroidery pieces that I thought would work. Little embroidery pieces you could pull out to add. Anything that is like you want to do for swatching. I've got some Tim Holtz paper dolls in here too to use if I don't want to use the ones that came out of magazines. If you have these are great to use for that. Also, and some more little pieces like that. So I did mine. I separated mine out in like eras, just because it was easier for me to be able to organize. I've got some pattern pieces in here, and I also have some snap things that I can pull from if I want to. And here's a little girl. So I have some stuff pulled in here from the album I'm going to be working on. But anyway, I have some Tim Holtz papers, background papers, and I also he did the swatching, which I thought would be perfect to add to the swatching. I have some copy dyed paper in case I needed it, and here's out of a book on lace making. So I thought that was perfect for the Tim Holtz era. And yeah, so that's kind of what I've got. And I had some more lace that I pulled that I found along the way. Then something else you might think about pulling from is so you can use any of this as your background pages or whatever if you don't have magazines. And I gave you lots of options to find girls, find women. Look in your fashion magazines you can even use if you want to do more of a contemporary feel. And that is that. I need more space. I need more room. Apparently, I've taken over my entire desk. Then I just pulled a bunch of my scraps. I pulled a couple of trims, some new trims that I just picked up, so I want to add those. I have some really pretty little bone and seashell buttons, and I got my thread ready. And then, oh, that isn't going with that. Put it in here. And just, I've got like different kinds of silks and hem tape and canvas in case I want to paint on it and add it. If I want to make my own color mixing, different laces, and I've got, I don't even know what that is. But anyway, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Just different kind of like just scraps, fabric scraps. I've got some Tim Holtz stuff in here that when I was working on my journal toppers. So anyway, pull from like trims and little, snippets of some fabric. Like this was a quilt, came off of a quilt. This came off of a shirt that I had to take in. And so this is off of a quilt. Whatever you have. There's a little bunny. Probably not going to use that one. But anyway, so you want to have your scraps out and ready to go. And that is going to be it for your supplies that you're going to be needing. So I think what I'm going to start out by doing is let's do one of these ladies. Let's just do, let me find one. Let's find some fabric first. If I'm doing these women, I'm probably going to work in like this era. Maybe do one like this. This is Laura Ashley print that came off of a curtain, even though it's the Laura Ashley cotton. I thought that'd be super pretty. So maybe, let me see if I can find any kind of floral maybe in here that I might want to use. Does she have a floral on? Maybe that's not the right, maybe these aren't the right era for that. I'm not. So you have to kind of go through and get inspired by your fabrics or prints. Let me go through some of these ladies and just, oops, I have this in here. I have that mouse pad that I found to put my, so let's cut, I'm going to fussy cut her out super quick. So we would have drawn out our model and then put and then designed her outfit using fabric swatches, just like I'm showing you, made any kind of designer notes on the paper. So I have a little bit of my own twist because it did take me back to school. And this is a great way too. A lot of times you can't find the vintage patterns at thrift stores because a lot of people, grab them up, but you can usually find the ones from the 90s because, people aren't into that. But So this is another way. Start looking for any kind of pattern. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be vintage. It can just be any kind of pattern. Or like I said, you could just pull out magazine images and then, you know, change our outfits. Say what you would want to do to that outfit instead of, you know, what's shown in the fashion magazine. You could make notes around it. Oh, I am fussy cutting. I'm sorry. I am not in camera, but I figured you move when you fussy cut, you move the object around, not the scissors. So, okay, so I've got her cut out. Of course, she does have print on her feet. I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to put her on somewhere, and I'm going to. I may do two since this is sectioned off. So I'll put her on here, and then I'm going to get a little bit of this. And I'm going to put, you want a good selection of color when you're doing your swatching for when you're doing your fashions. You know, so you have good color. Do that. Is that the right side? Yeah. Man, I miss Laura Ashley. Is her stuff still around? Because she had the prettiest little stuff. Oh, I know I cannot tear this one. So I'm going to take a piece of this, like so. I'm going to leave this for journaling. And then I'm going to put a piece of this trim. On here. Probably like that. And then I'm going to glue it, but then I'm going to go back. Normally what we would have done was just stapled it on or pinned it, but I'm going to go back and I am going to probably just stitch just for some texture. And then over here, I'm going to make my notes, and I'm going to use some ink, and let's say, so let me glue these down first. My glue. I'm just going to glue kind of in the center since I know I'm going to there. I'm going to stitch this on there. And then the trim. Like so. Okay, so I am going, what we would have done was we would have arrows and put like, you could either put a number and then do a key over here on the side, or you can just write it out. Blouse, skirt, and then I'm going to do this for a trim cuff like that. And then we'll glue her down. Don't have my glue book. It's on the other side of the room. Okay. Oh, oops. I moved too soon and I smudged my ink. So there is that. And then I do have a cloth, wet cloth paper towel over here for my fingers. Okay. There's that. And then up here, like this would be maybe office attire, linen, skirt, any kind of notes you want to make, like, let's see, put like knee length. Oops. And cinched with maybe put fabric, belt, blouse with pleating or not, the neck, like that. So I just messily put in my notes about my outfit, and yeah, so isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, I really totally forgot about this, you know, doing this. So thank you, Roxy, for inspiring me to go back to my high school roots, because like I had said in a past video that that I ended up going to an experimental high school, and I got to take fashion merchandising, so that was pretty cool. Okay, so now down here, I'm going to stay within the same kind of a thing. Let's get out my pattern again. Put the pattern back in there. And maybe do the blue down here. Let me see what I have. Let me see what I have. That would go with that, since I'm kind of on that theme already. Okay, here's blue. Here's a little blue and white. So we could do the little blue and white. Do I have pink? Because that would be super cute if I had like some kind of pink fabric. Let me see. I'm just digging over here in my little pile. I really don't. Ooh, I don't have any pink fabric. What? I thought I had some vintage pink fabric. Okay. The only thing I have, well, let's see. Let me look at this. I'm going to put the blue girl down here. Because I think that's too much. How about this one? That's too much. Let's see. Still looking. Sorry. I got this blue. What if I did this? I got this right here, which I could do as the suit. But that doesn't go. This is a little bit better. So maybe I need a different. Let me look and see if I have a different outfit. Let's see. I could use her down here and do this as a little printed pant. Like this one, but do it printed. Okay, I like that. And maybe we'll put some lace or trim. Oh, how about, let me see, I have a bunch of scraps of trim that we might be able to use. How about this one? Yep, we could use this. And then that. Or do I want to do more of a shirt dress with that? And then on the pocket or something. Let me see if I got a little. I have her. Okay, let's use her. She's cute. All right. Let's get this off. Cut her out. Okay, so we'll use her. We'll make the dress out of this. We can add this little trim to the pocket. That would be super cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly fussy cut her out. It's almost like playing paper dolls, huh? So put in the chat if you think you would do this, like you would want to do this, and then how you would use it in journaling. I'm just going to use this as a page in the book, that I'm making. I could cut it here and use this and then there, but I'm going to make a tag and do the same thing, but on a tag right after this. I don't have to be exact because this page has a white background. May have a garment tag too. I can do it on. That would be cool. Alrighty, so let's put her thinking in the middle. Or yeah, I could do my notes like here and here. And then cool. Oh, the other thing I had was pinking shears. I just saw that I had this pinked already. So that's an option too, would be to use some pinking shears. It gives it a little more finished look and looks more like when you get swatches. They usually come on a card and they're pinked around. So let's see, I'm going to put this here and then add this little bit of trim. It's upside down. Okay, so let's go here and here. Put this there. Let me lower this down a little bit. And then let's get her glued down. Put her in the middle like that. Oh no, she is tall. I'm gonna have to use this as a whole page. Okay, because she goes up into the next one, which is fine. Okay. Then let me see, maybe I would want to add, got this blue lace, but maybe I want to add in those, a button. So let's see what I've got here. Do I have any already threaded? I don't. So let's add a little, and look at that pretty button. So I can add a little button on here that I'm gonna add. So there. Okay, so I just went to the sewing machine and I added some stitching on to the tops of these, and I hand stitched a little button, and up here I did the same thing. I just stitched it on. Now I want to make my notes here. So maybe here where it's talking about the pocket, I can put, let's see, mother of pearl, button, accents, and then for pocket, and then let's see, we're going to do this on the wear. We're going to do that on the pocket, possibly. And then we're going to add, let's see, shift, petite, floral. And then we could always do lace like that. And I am getting ink everywhere because I'm not waiting for this ink to dry. So maybe use something else. Don't use like ink. I just like the bold, but it's like bold. And it's okay if it's smudged, you know, because you're working in school anyway or class. Okay, so that is my first page. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. Let's try to do a tag or a tag shape or something like that and see about using some scrapbook paper. So let's use some scrapbook paper. I think I'm going to go with this lettery type stuff. And then Paris. Let's do a tag. I'm going to use Paris, New York. Very cut out a rectangle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Paris and New York. I might make this a bigger tag. And then let's add in, oh, you know what I got too? I got this punch. So we are Memory Maker tag punch. So let's try doing that. Do you do it upside down? Kind of need the big one, I think. Okay, that punch is nice. Our memory keepers always makes nice. See, it makes your tag right there. Sorry for just tossing that down like that. It's crazy. All right, so I got my tag shape. And then I want to put, I don't want to just do white on the background. Where's that coffee dyed paper? Trim around that super quick. These are 14-inch blade scissors. So it makes, I am such a poor straight line cutter, and this makes, this right here makes it so much easier, even though they do look lethal. Okay, so let's glue this on the back side, and I'm just going to use a regular glue stick for that. Normally I would have my glue book, but I don't have my glue book here, so. This on there. Top. So I've got that. Let's go around it with some ink. And just kind of ink up the edges. That. I need to do the back side a little bit. Okay. And then let's pick our girl. So say we're gonna stick with the, she looks like she is in Paris. So let's put her over here. And then maybe I can use like a little bit of embroidered little piece there. Let's say she's got this pretty little lace bit on the background. Just some little floral bit. Like so. Like that, maybe over closer to her. And then maybe put like a label down here of some sort. Maybe just cut it off. There. And then what else? I need like, oh, some linen. Do I have any linen? I just have canvas. Got silk. I had some little piece of linen. I've got this like satiny silk piece, which would be pretty. Coming off of there. This looks like a garment she would have, right? A little embroidery, the little piece of lace. How about, let's see if I got any other lacy bits. I can't believe I don't have linen right here. I have this. Here's another piece. Trim. And that. It's pretty. It totally looks like her dress. Could be made of this. Else. Do have this little bit of, I've got this sari silk and it's already kind of like an ecru dye. Oh, that's pretty right there. Let's add in a little snippet of that. Like so. Okay. I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and I'm just going to stitch this all on right here. And I will, or I might just staple it all right there. No, I'm going to stitch it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm back from stitching it. And let's glue this on. So let me poke her little armhole out. Okay, let's glue her on. Like so. And then and then I need some fabric fusion. It's permanent fabric adhesive. I'm going to use some of that for this little applique, flower applique. A little too much. This little piece. I'm thinking just like right there. Super cute. Okay. And that's that one. Look how cute that little tag is. Okay. So this is a little bit different style if I make a tag, but then that could be like what her dress is made from. Alrighty, so I've got that piece. Let's go back and do something a little more. Oh, I forgot I had these little rusty clips. That would have been cute on there. I think I still need to put one on there. Okay, I think I'm gonna give a quick stitch around the edge too. I think that might be nice. But oh my gosh, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So that's that one. Alrighty, then let's do a more mod one. Let me get out my books and find another paper. And I think I'm gonna do like this, like a swatch with this print right here. Let's see. And then where I have those girls too, I need to do this. Here. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't be putting it down on my mouse pad. Let me get out. Ooh, this would look cute too with that little bit of pink and yellow and green, orange. That. And then I'm just digging in my pile here for a little bit more of a mod retro vibe. That one definitely. And I've got, no. And then how about some, oh, I know, what did I do with that stuff I just got? Oh, I've got this. So maybe this green. Let's put a piece of this. Green in there. Olive green. see, remember those wild, here they were right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get these girls cut out. This is from, it doesn't say, 1967. So I want to date this. This is here. And let me see, I did have it's supposed to be knitwear, and I don't really have like a knitted piece, but I wonder if I could put like a little crochet piece in there, if that would work. Where are my other scissors? Just to represent that. Stick a little piece of that on. And so say I start with this, and then go to that, and maybe use this down on a different one, or I don't know, that goes with that. And then I like that for sure, very mod. This looks like that would have been from that era too. But get a little bit of this bright pink. And then just digging, sorry. Let's see. I thought pink and green. Okay. Now for this one, let's see. I don't look at these. If there's anything else. This is a little more 50 style. Oh my goodness, look at her. She must have hit Bo Derek. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this would be perfect. Let's use her. This is 1968. And okay, so I'm adding this part over her because of her top. And I don't want to get called out on this. So I think what I'm going to do, because her top is sheer, I think I'm just going to staple. That to the top. And then I'll run this like down the side of it maybe. Okay, let's get it on the paper. Let's get it on the page. Okay, so, ooh, here's pink. Let's go with this. Let's make her just a, let's make this one just a card, like a journaling spot or something. We'll make her a little bit smaller. Maybe like that. And make her a journaling card. So I'm just going to cut out right around this on the line. Like so. And then just put it right like that. Right like so. like that. And then I'm going to add in some of this. Maybe more like that. See if I can't get this straighter. Let's just glue lightly down here, like so, like that, and we'll make that a card too. So I've got this there, and then let me add in some notes. And this was circa 1968, right? And let's just make some notes right here and say sheer lace top in hot pink. And then we'll do like bottom portion of dress. So, and then we could do like, we're gonna put like right here, rhinestone. Gotta have rhinestone buttons. Like that. And there is that. And you know what I'm going to do on this one? I am going to, let's see. Where's my stamp? Let's go revised on her. Revised. And put like some initials. There we go, because I revised her and put a top on her. So there is going to be my journaling card, and this is perfect because I've got lots of room to put behind it, but won't that look cute on a page? So we got that one. Let's do this one. This is going to be, I think I'm going to cover up that, like that greeny point, make it more about the orange and the yellow, I don't know, and then the mint, maybe. You know what? I've got a star applique somewhere. Oh my gosh, I've got this little star applique. How cute is that going to be on this card? Alrighty, so let's pick out a page that has that orange and yellow, which I saw in here. There was a page with the orange, yellow. If I make this a card, what's more? Oh, here's knitting. That's going to be perfect. Let's do the knitting one because it's or crocheted. Doesn't matter. Knitting, crochet. So let's do it on that. And we're going to I'll make this a, let's see, should I make this like that? I can make this. I'm going to make this a journaling card. Or we can just attach it to a page. Okay. And then that way it's got that green in it. That'd be cool. Alrighty. So there's that. Okay. So now we are going to, let's put this in, I'm thinking like that. Like that. We're going to add some of this in somewhere, maybe down here. And then a little bit of the crochet like so. Like so. Maybe cover up more of that green because I want more of this mint green. That's what I'm thinking. Alrighty, so even if I don't sew it, I'm gonna staple it. Get started, and then let's go in and glue this down. So, like that. And then let's glue this down. That. Okay. Whoops, I put the wrong lid on the wrong thingy. Okay, let's get this stapled in. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Okay, I've got that down like so. And then let's do this applique, the star, because she's got the star on. That. How cute is that? Oh my goodness, super cute. Super cute. Okay, I might use this as a little shaker in something. Let me say that. Okay. Let's get this glued down, and then I'll make my little notes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here is that. And let's put like, this was circa 1969, right? 1969. And let's do star accents. Knitwear. And it looks like they've got like knitted boots. You think? Might be. Knitted go-go boots. How's that? Oh my goodness, look at this. Is this not the cutest? Super cute. Alrighty, so I got that one done. Next. And one more. Let's do one more. This is so much fun. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Because I found that I have this daisy applique, which would be perfect with that. And put this on this pink background, maybe. I don't know. Let me see if I can find another pink background. I love this. This is 1968, it says. And I would just cut out one, but I'm going to keep them both on there. Okay, and I got the little white gloves. Let's see. Okay, so if I do that, and I have that, what else do I have? Let's see if I can. Here's a pink background. Let's see if there's anything more. Merlin, orangish reddish color. I have that. Is that that? No. Okay. I got this orange and pink. Oh my goodness. And I've got this. This isn't orange, but it's like pink and green and yellow trim. It's like a checkerboard trim. I don't know. Cut it and see. Maybe we'll add that in. Okay. Okay. And I don't believe that I had any. Do I have any? I don't really have any mod pink fabric in this little bin, did I? Oh my gosh, but I have that. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I do. I actually have this pink and orange floral sheet print that I could use. Let me see. Let's go from here and just see what we got here. Okay. So got that. Let's just do a page. Let's see. Up there at the top. Let me get rid of this part right here. I like this all gridded out, helps me. So I've got this. Do I want to do it as a card? Could. Let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Yep. Okay. I like that. Pink, red, and white. It's cool. Okay. So let's add these people on. Like that. And then let me cut this open. Oh goodness, I'm stuck to a string. Okay. So I am working a little bit different than, I got this string stuck to me, than Roxy did, as like I'm working around the page and around the picture instead of just like, she was working super quickly by doing fabric all together and then adding it to her, her background or inspiration page. So I am working a little bit different than that in the aspect that I'm kind of working around the picture and then trying to figure out if I've got anything to go with it. And yeah, oh my goodness, this daisy stuff is so cute. What? Super cute. All right. So I'm going to add this in. Sorry. Okay. That in. And then I was going to add in a piece of this. So let's do that. This actually kind of brings in a little bit of the green. If I wanted to add the green to it, I could. So we've got, maybe we'll just put like, this will be the pocket. And then it'll have like, the whole dress would be all this like daisy stuff there. And then we need like a little ruffly piece because it's got the ruffle on it. So maybe make it this. Or I can add that in right there. Put this behind it. Is that the right side? Yeah. Side, add that in like so, and then it's the purple that's throwing me. What about this little piece of trim, this little checkerboard trim, just a tiny little piece? Maybe like right over that, like so. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay. Like that. So I've got that. Alrighty. So I don't need this one anymore. And this will be my little journaling page. I think what I'm going to do here is I am going to trim it down some. I think it might be a little too wide. Or I could always put it in this way if I needed to. See, I didn't use my long scissors, so it's not straight. There, now it is. Okay. Alrighty, so I've got that. Then let's start gluing this stuff down. I think I'm still gonna sew it, but I want that edge. So I want this edge because it's got this little scallop thing around there. And then I want this piece right here. This little daisy piece. Here. Oh, I'm not working on the screen. Apologize. Okay. And let's put this down. Come on. Ah, I can't get that flat. I'm just going to try to do it by hand. There it goes. Like that. There. Okay. Oh my gosh, super cute. Let me make my notes. So, okay. I'm going to do like, oops. Okay, guess I'm not doing it in pen. So I'm going to do pencil. I'm going to do daisy trim sewn together as a pattern fabric. And then we've got scallop edge. And then the pockets. And then this will be the belt. Let's see. I need to go belt. There. And then I'll go in and I will stitch that. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. Wow, these were fun. I hope you had a good time and I hope you joined in with me. These were so fun to make. Okay, let's see what I've got. So what we've done so far is we started with a full page using the pattern girls off of a pattern. And we did a full page on that one. And then we went and did a tag, a little more vintagey 1900s turn of century Perry. Did the tag with writing space on the back. Then we went 60s, totally mod retro 1969 knitwear. That's so much fun. Did a journaling card. Then we did this one, which is 1968 mod, and we did a little journaling or whatever, clip it in, whatever you want, on this one. And then we went definitely 1960s mod and did this pink and orange with a splash of green. And yeah, so how much fun are these? Oh my goodness, this was so much fun. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. It was a blast. And I will definitely be coming back and doing more of these because this was fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging in there and joining in on my my Roxy's weekly challenge. And I'm glad to be back crafting again in my room. I haven't been crafting for a while, and so it's good to be back and I will see you guys again soon. And I'll be back probably making some scrappy tags or something like that. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to do, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.